you jump?
Yeah, very happy.
Here we go. Pictures up and let's roll sound, please. We are rolling. We're rolling. All right.
Tail sticks on A, B marker.
Woohoo, baby!
Let's roll sound, please. Rolling, rolling. Very quiet, please. Hold the work, hold the talk.
Action!
One of the most important things to me that drew me to the story of Bonneville was the whole idea of accidental collision and people that would normally not be in the same space, sharing the same space, and how they grow during that collision, like Beau and Carol. Carol's completely buttoned down, good Mormon woman. Beau, out there, Zen vagabond hitchhiker. How do they end up in the back of a car together? And yet they do, and they grow. How does Arvilla end up with Beau? How does Arvilla end up with friends like Margine and Carol? Completely unlikely combinations of people, and yet it makes them a better person in the end.
What interested me in the script was, or in the story, was how do you take the character through this in a symbolic, kind of a metaphoric period of time, in the period of a week or 10 days, to see this evolution of a person that is going through the grieving process.
It's the story of 3 women returning the ashes of one of the women's husbands from Pocatello, Idaho to Montecito, California. It's a road trip, a poignant comedy.
There's some comic moments, there's some deep and touching moments. It is basically the story of a woman who's lost her life mate and who is learning to let go of that life and move on to something new. And it's a subject that we can all relate to, I think, in whether we've lost our mate to death or divorce or whatever it is. And that theme of beginning anew and having the courage to let go of the old is one that we can all relate to.
Hey, check the gate. Green gate means we're done. Thank you.
The character of Arvilla, she was lucky at a point in her life to meet a man that I think, something happened that was totally unexpected. And she fell in love with a man, an older man, but who presented to her, gave her this gift of a very exciting life and opened up worlds to her that would never have been accessible to her without this man. And they were one of those great, I imagine them to be one of those great couples that are absolutely inseparable and have a way of a certain kind of symbiosis where they become each other in a way. They are a perfect partnership.
And I really liked the differences and the complexities in Margine, and that she's a Mormon, but she's sort of I guess that the phrase that we learned was cultural. She's a cultural Mormon. She's not like Carol, and that Carol is very, strict, true believer. Margine cheats a little bit. She just has a little coffee, a little scotch, but in her soul, I think she believes the tenets of the Mormon Church, and I think she admires and loves Arvilla because Arvilla questions things.
Set and action!
It was an amazing collaboration with, a lot of our department heads, came for the most part from the $100 million world down to our little film. Jeffrey Kimball came to our film because he wanted to do something soulful. Everyone responded very strongly to our script. They all had a reason to be here, and in sharing our ideas in the weeks leading up to production, that's where I think I did most of my work with them. Feeding my ideas, listening to their ideas, sharing ideas, and getting on the same page, at which point, I could, step back and focus on what I needed to do and let them do, their magic, which they all did.
We've experienced a lot of environments while we've been shooting this film. We've been in the desert, we've been on the salt flats, we've been in water, we've been all these different places, and one would think that that can be difficult for the actors, but in reality the actors are really protected all the time by the crew. And it's the crew that ends up having to stand out in all the elements, in the rain and the snow and the cold, and they're there often 14, 15 hours a day. And so this was a particularly difficult shoot, I imagine, for them, because I enjoyed every minute of it. I didn't have to weather it.
Let's roll sound, please. Rolling.
We've really been impressed with the crew that's been assembled here, and the energy on this project has only gotten better and better and better with each passing day. And I think, I certainly know my expectations have been exceeded, and I think pretty much everybody across the board feels the same way. It's just been a great experience. So, the cast, the chemistry that the cast has had immediately, and they walk on the set, and you believe that these ladies have been friends for 30 years, and just all the way down, it's just been a great experience. So I'm very pleased.
Across the board, this amazing group of people who I would work with in a heartbeat again. We already want to work together. It was hard to say goodbye, so we didn't. I want a family like the family that I had on this set throughout my career.
I love the crew, and I love crews in general as an actor because they work so hard. But this crew has been incredibly generous and down to earth and friendly, and I've probably spent more time with this crew than I have on any other film. And I think what we do is wonderful, and we're really fortunate to be able to do what we do. And everybody, it's a real group effort. And I think when people enjoy each other, enjoy the process, and respect each other, and do it in a fun way, I think it makes it just memorable. And the crew here has just been terrific.
Then we've got all these local Utah people who've come together, and they're just amazing. They're great, and it's a great feel to the crew. Everybody has a really good time. Work hard and have fun. And so, we couldn't be happier. The crew has been absolutely great.
That's a wrap, baby.